Okay, hi YouTube and everybody out there in cyberspace. My name's Megan, and I'm going to be doing a video blog about my attempt at growing vegetables and herbs and maybe a few flowers. I haven't really decided yet. I'm going to be doing the square foot gardening method. So I've built my boxes, I've bought my soil mix, which is yet to be mixed. And I have two boxes because I live in an apartment. I have literally the sidewalk that surrounds my apartment to do anything in, and that's it. The grass that I'm standing on is not really my grass, but I have permission to use the sidewalk, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to be growing 8 crops per box. I may grow less than that per box if I double up on a certain number of vegetables, just because my boyfriend and I like to juice, so I'll probably grow a bit more of the stuff that we plan on juicing than the stuff that we plan on eating, just because when you juice you go through a lot more vegetables than you do if you're just eating it. So like I said, I'm going to be doing the square foot gardening method. Oh, as I rip my bag. No, I'm going to lose my mushroom mix. So I am going to be mixing up my own potting soil. I'm not going to use, for the most part, I'm not going to use pre-mixed Miracle-Gro or anything like that. I'm going to try to be as organic as I possibly can. I am a little bit limited on fundage. I'm a young professional, so I don't really make a lot of money, but hopefully after I get all this set up and get some plants growing, I'll be able to supplement my spending for food with the plants that I'm going to be growing this summer. I'm not going to be growing a lot of stuff that I can save, but at least this summer I'll be able to either save by canning or consume the vegetables that I've grown so that they are a bit healthier for me and my boyfriend, because he lives with me and we like to eat healthy, just because it tastes better, honestly. So I'm going to go through really quickly what Mel's Mix actually is. Behind this soil builder, which is actually a compost mix, is my 4 cubic feet of vermiculite. Vermiculite is a, I believe it's a thermally exploded rock found naturally around volcanoes, and it's been used in the garden industry for a while now to lighten the soil, to make it more friable. In other words, manipulatable, whatever, you can work it. The other ingredient that isn't compost that goes into Mel's Mix is peat moss. There is a few concerns about peat moss and about it being a non-renewable resource, but the awesome thing about peat moss is it doesn't compost, apparently. It's a natural fiber that is composted as far as it can go until you start screwing with it. So apparently it's gonna last me a really long time. Like the vermiculite and the peat moss, I'll still have them after like 10 years. And then it's recommended that I just take all of my soil and get rid of it, or at least not use it for vegetable gardening, because it'll go, not bad, but it'll have a build-up of possible non-beneficial bacterials, fungi, and viruses. So it's just smart that even though you're rotating the crops in a square foot garden, to after about 10 seasons, not 10 seasons, but 10 years of growing, so that would be 30 seasons if you're growing properly, just to recycle your soil, feed your lawn with it. It'll still have a good amount of compost in it. It'll lighten up your lawn's soil so that it can grow better. Where you spread it will probably have a little bit more green to your lawn. So I don't have to worry about that for a while, so I'm not going to cover any more of that. But I am going to cover more of what composts I have. It's recommended to have a blend of 5 different composts. So the first one that I have here in this little tiny bag that I'm poking with my foot is vegetable and herb compost. So pretty much this amounts to kitchen scraps, sands, your coffee grounds, and egg shells, probably. It is a little tiny bag, but that's because it's compressed like the peat moss. That will expand, apparently, up to an actual cubic foot, which is what some of my other bags are. The next one I have is called Leaf Grow. It is somewhere in the ballpark of 90 to 100% fall leaves. So leaves that turn brown, they fall to the ground, they collect them, and they stack them up in a big pile after they've been shredded and let the microbes go to work. Some people use Leaf Grow exclusively, but I'm actually going to follow the directions in the book and use the soil that I'm supposed to use the first year at least. I may start amending with only Leaf Grow, or I may start amending with a pre-blended compost. It all just depends. The next one that I have is actually lobster compost. I'm pretty sure that this is made from lobster shells and like oyster shells that they grind up, and then they add a little bit of plant matter like seaweed and stuff like that, and they compost it just like anything else. My family's from New England, or at least my mother's side of the family's from New England, and we eat a lot of lobster when we go visit my grandfather. So I thought that was really cool that I'll get to put yummy lobster into my plants, and I don't know, maybe I'll be lucky enough that I get an actual lobster flavor in something that picks up soil flavors. Who knows? The next thing that I have is mushroom compost. This is literally a byproduct of the mushroom industry for mushroom crops that are literally grown to be sold in supermarkets. So it's the mushroom clump that the mushroom grows up out of, and stems, broken bell caps, those kind of things. So it's literally waste mushrooms that they shred them up, pile them in a big pile, and let nature do its work again. And then the last one is a blended garden compost. This was actually a gift. This was a gift from my boss, actually. He's the one who's gotten me into major gardening, so that's the deal with the dirt. The next video I make, which I'll try to attach to this, will cover my potting area and a little bit more on why I got into doing what I'm going to try to do on YouTube.